up at 5 on Miami's news leader. Miami-Dade County has a new resident, Simon Morrison. Morrison, who was charged with the murders of his parents and younger brother in Lake Wales 31 years ago, was released from prison today. We have confirmation that Morrison has relocated to the Miami-Dade County area. We'll have more about Morrison on Miami's news leader at 5.
The truth always comes to the light. The best show on television. Poor girl. You're right. Poor girl. The San Antonio police should be waiting at the airport.
They are. San Antonio police are taking a second look at Gabe's drowning.
Really? Why?
A couple of detectives happened to see your show today.
I think we went too far.
I disagree. And getting people to open up, talk about their lives, reveal their secrets, that's our brand.
I can't imagine what Andy must be going through. Now that the cameras are off, that girl has to go back to her life knowing that her mom may have conspired with her new husband to kill the first one.
I think Andy knew all along.
What? No way!
Listen, stop blaming yourself for what happened. Andy contacted us, remember that.
But why?
Didn't want to acknowledge it? Tired of running from her conscience? Who knows? You did exactly what she asked you to do. Help her face the truth. Just like you do with every other guest. She's no different.
I don't know.
And you went the extra mile of arranging a counselor to meet with them all after the show.
Counseling's not a cure-all.
You need a hug.
Will it make you go away?
No. Money is all that you need.
What?
I want to talk to you about our new contract. Well, negotiating our new contract.
Brooke, I don't want to
We
talk
are in our second season, and we're already a top 10 daytime show. We should demand a bigger slice of the pie.
How did you know I was still here?
Oh, at the front desk. He said you hadn't signed out. I figured you'd be up here.
Can we fire him? Camille's picking me up any minute. So
Good. That gives us time to talk about refiling the set for next season. I like to brighten things up a little bit.
$20 if you leave right now.
I don't take checks or extend credit. Start reading.
What's this?
Simon Morrison.
I'm drawing the blank.
You don't know about Simon Morrison?
I remember you mentioning the name, but
The Lake Wales Morrison family murders?
I'm sorry.
When he was 16 years old, and for no apparent reason, he stabbed his parents and his 11-year-old brother to death. And no one knows why.
What was this?
He served about 31 years ago, maybe? Oh, no wonder you don't remember. He must have been 2, maybe 3 years old at the time. You know, when I was a little girl, my father used to. What is it now?
How do you murder an entire family and only get 30 years? Why not life or execution?
Good question. He was sentenced under an outdated juvenile crime law. After his case, the state all but broke their necks trying to change it. Now that he served his time, they have to let him go.
When does he get out?
Yesterday.
Wait, what? Oh, no.
This man has not said a word about his crimes in over 30 years, and he wants to come here on the Raymond DeVille show. Yes. And we're in the daytime top 10, but he will make you a household name.
I don't get it.
Let Raymond
The fascination with people like him. We turn criminals into celebrities.
We don't write the script. We are simply here to read it.
3 brutal murders, and his appearance on my show will make me a household name? Don't you find something wrong with that scenario?
People want to know why, Raymond. And 5 books have been written about it. A TV movie was made years ago. Every true crime network has aired a documentary about him. Reporters, some long dead, others still alive today, have all wanted to sit down with him. His own attorneys don't even know what happened that night. But all he wants is to talk with you.
Why?
For the same reason everyone else does. To find the truth.
What else?
I don't understand.
Brooke, I know you. We've been here before. What else?
He wanted to be on Monday's show.
Monday? This is Friday.
I know that. I told him we needed more than a weekend to prepare for something like this. He insisted on one day next week.
What do you mean insisted?
We settled on Friday, and he's already here in Miami.
What
Don't look so scared.
He murdered his family. Has been in prison for 30 years. Is in town asking for me. Why the hell should I be scared, Brooke? Huh? Why should I be scared?
I've arranged for an around-the-clock security team.
Oh my
I
God.
thought you had
What are
already
you
left,
doing?
so I put two of them at your place already.
Oh, Camille.
Oh, how's my favorite?
I'm here. Are you okay?
Yes. Just wondering if that means we're not eating out.
Oh, honey, it has been a long day, an extra long week. So it's take out tonight, okay?
Sounds like my kind of night. Did you see the show today?
Oh, we watched it at the gallery,
I think we went too far.
I think it was one of our best shows.
and I think I'll keep my opinions to myself.
Hi, Mom. How's my favorite girl today? Yo, we'll be here in a minute.
That's the third or fourth time she's called today.
It's okay.
Camille, what's going on?
Nightmares are getting worse.
Jesus, with the nightmares.
I don't know what else to do. He'd be furious if he knew I reached out for her.
What'd she say?
It was strange. I mean, at first she acted like the nightmares were something new, but then when I told her how he was sleeping with a gun,
A what? You didn't tell me anything about a gun.
I woke up the other night and he was up chasing a ghost or something I couldn't see with a gun in his hand. I was scared to death.
I'm sure you were. Are you okay?
I'm really worried. Like Mama the Bill told me he's been having dreams like that since he was a kid. They took him to different hospitals, but they could not figure out why he keeps having them. And when he was around 12 or so, they just stopped.
And now they're back.
Something's not right. People don't go to sleep with guns by the bed to protect themselves from nightmares.
You have got to get that gun away from him.
I did. I took it to the gallery and I put it in the safe. But look, listen, I don't know how much longer we can continue.
And just give me 5 more weeks. That's when our season break starts.
Don't schedule him for anything further, okay?
My ears are burning.
There's a fire extinguisher by the door.
Funny, Brooke.
It's supposed to be.
So, what were you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing. She was just asking the same question she's been asking every other day for the past 3 months.
When are you two going to set a date for the big day?
If I had my way, the big day would be Monday morning as soon as the courthouse opens.
Well, Monday morning is fine for me as long as you make it between 8 and 10. So, what time should I be there? My classmates still wear it. Seafoam, I mean, it's not my favorite color, but I'll wear it. You, my dear, are fine. You know what?
Forget it. I am way too tired to play with you. Oh my
I
God.
wasn't looking forward to reading this, but I guess I better get started.
What's it about?
Simon Morrison.
Oh, isn't he supposed to be released soon?
He was released yesterday, and he's here in Miami.
Oh my God.
You heard of this guy?
Haven't you?
Not until Brooke mentioned he was being released.
And coming on the show.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I guess I should congratulate you too.
You should. I think about it. The show's ratings will skyrocket. And the world will finally know why the bastard killed his family.
When I mentioned Simon's name to my mom, she said I couldn't have him on the show. I couldn't talk to him.
I'm not listening.
Me neither. Come on.
Oh, that was Max. You are booked as a guest on American Mornings bright and early Monday.
Wow. Aren't we moving a little fast here?
No, Big show is Friday. That only gives us a couple days to get the word out. And don't forget to tell Camille about the security team.
Security team?
Okay, Raymond. I'm jumping right to the question on everyone's mind. How did you get Simon Morrison to agree to do a live interview on your show? 60 Minutes, 2020, Dateline, My Network, Time Magazine, and the New York Times have all tried to get interviews with Morrison, and he turned them all down. How did you change his mind?
My producer, Brooke, deserves all the credit. I'm not sure how she did it, but I'm not surprised he said yes. It's nearly impossible to say no to Brooke.
Simon has remained silent for so many years about that night. Your interview with him is expected to draw one of the largest daytime TV audience in years.
I think part of the fascination with his case is the silence. When tragedies like this happen, we want to know why it happened. Out of curiosity, we want to know what signs to watch for and to understand what went wrong.
Well, how are you preparing for the interview?
I'm reading The Heart That Murdered, which is full of information about the crime, the trial, and his incarceration. But the author never talked to Simon, so there are a lot of details we won't know, but I hope to find that out during the interview.
Have you met or spoken to Simon?
No. I try not to meet guests before they come on the show. That way, when they respond to a question, I hear their response for the first time with the audience.
Finally, we may get the answers we've waited more than 30 years to hear when Simon Morrison sits down with talk show host Raymond DeVille. I can hardly wait. Thanks for getting up this early, Raymond.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, and one more question. Have you and Camille set a date yet?
We haven't, but if I had my way, we would have tied the knot the day I asked her to marry me.
Oh, you sound like a man who's about ready to elope.
I hadn't thought about that.
Well, once you both decide, I expect an invitation.
You got it.
Thanks again, Raymond. And congratulations again on the exclusive with Simon Morrison. Stay in the shade.
People are fascinated with Simon's case. I mean, I wasn't really aware what happened that night, but over the weekend, I read The Heart That Murdered, and I'm just like everyone else. I'm on pins and needles waiting to see what happens next. Aren't you? I saw you on American Mornings. Great job, especially explaining why people are so fascinated with Simon's case. I just need a break from the security guard. Two spent the night watching my apartment. Two showed up this morning before breakfast, followed me to work, and have been posted outside of my office all morning. Get used to it, you're a celebrity. Celebrities need bodyguards. Trust me, if it was me, my bodyguards would be right on stage, right in between us. There's no way I'd be interviewing a killer who murdered his parents and his brother. I mean, what would he care about killing me? Have you thought of a remote interview? With Brooke producing the show, remote means I'm on one side of the stage while Simon's on the other. When Dr. Walker arrives, bring her here to the studio. Hi, Mom. Yes, he's still going to be a guest on the show. No, it's not about ratings. I'm a journalist. I'm doing my job. What can he do to me in the studio? There are over 100 people here and millions more watching. I have around-the-clock security. And aside from that, I'm a cop's son. I can protect myself. Yes, he murdered his family, but that was 30 years ago. No, that doesn't mean he won't murder again. Mom, Camille's coming in about half an hour, okay? And Mom, stop discussing my personal life with her. The gun is for my protection, Mom. Mom, I need to go, okay? Call me when Camille gets there. I love you too. Bye.
Where's your security team?
Guarding my office.
They should be here guarding you.
I don't see your security guard.
I have a concealed weapons permit, a make my day attitude, and a Glock 19 with no trigger guard.
Really? I didn't know that.
Because there was no reason for you to. But seriously, keep your security close at all times. We don't want to take any chances.
I guess you're right.
Now, I want to know why I am just now hearing about your meeting with Simon's prison psychiatrist.
Dr. Walker.
I know who she is. So, what's this meeting about? She made it clear months ago that she didn't think interviewing Simon was a good idea. You're not trying to.
So I'm doing the show. My mom is not happy about any of this.
Well, I understand that. She's your mother. She's concerned for your safety.
She has been calling me every hour. 3 p.m., 3 a.m., it doesn't matter. She's having panic attacks and
5 years ago, we had a podcast about mending relationships. Look at us now. We are one of the hottest shows in daytime television. Raymond, don't fuck this up.
it doesn't feel right. Don't you understand? I've never seen my mom this worried about me, worried about my safety. She is scared to death of this man.
Raymond, I need to tell you something. I know why your mother's concerned.
So do I. A killer is coming to my show.
And what a killer show it's going to be.
Dr. Walker, I'm Raymond DeVille.
Hello, Mr. DeVille.
Hi, Dr. Walker. I'm Brooke Lawrence, Raymond's show producer.
Oh, Miss Lawrence. See, you managed to get through to Simon's attorney.
Yes, Simon's attorney gave him my request, and he accepted. I'm sorry, are we trying to get Dr. Walker to be a guest on the show?
Oh, no, quite the opposite. I didn't even know Simon had agreed to be on the show until I saw Mr. DeVille on American Mornings. I'm here to plead with him to cancel the Simon show.
Raymond?
I want to hear why she thinks we shouldn't do the show.
All right, then. Max, in my office. Max, office!
Please, have a seat. Can I get you?
No, Mr. DeVille, I am here in Miami to keep an eye on Simon. From a distance, of course.
Is that really necessary?
I thought to keep him locked up, but there was nothing I could do. And to think you would have him here on your show?
He served his time and from what I understand was an ideal inmate.
Oh, true. He never caused problems, only spoke when spoken to, always had an extremely pleasant demeanor. I never saw him upset the whole time I knew him.
So why spy on him?
Because you don't release a brutal killer into the world without knowing why he killed in the first place.
Why do you think he did it?
Some think it was abuse by one or both of his parents. Some think it was a psychological breakdown. Others even claim he was possessed.
Possessed.
Truth is, we don't know what triggered his rage that night. And if those triggers are still out
I
there,
believe
then
you're breaking patient confidentiality rules. Doctor.
you need to know who you're dealing with. One day he's released, the next day he's here in Miami. Why? He's never lived here. He has no family here. He doesn't know anybody here.
Maybe that's it. No one knows him. He's anonymous.
Then why would he come on your show to remind people of who he is and what he's done? He's an extremely deliberate and calculating man. He did not wake up one day after 30 years, decide to tell his story, and pick your name from a hat.
My show's been doing very well in the ratings, so maybe
For 30 years, he has ignored every single interview request except yours. Why? Where are you from, Mr. DeVille?
Listen, I lived there until I moved to Miami for college.
Do you know anybody from Lake Wales. Have you ever lived there?
No, and no.
What about your family?
My father was a police officer. He died 2 years ago. My mother is a retired newspaper editor. I'm an only child. Why all of these questions about my family?
Well, I'm trying to figure out the connection.
There is no connection. I don't think you get it. I knew nothing of this guy until Brooke went after him for an interview.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to.
I know you didn't. So tell me what you really think. Really.
That he planned all of this.
He called Friday requesting to be on Monday's show.
Sounds like he was in a real hurry.
But we told him we needed more time and we pushed the interview back to Friday.
Do you see?
Is he looking for something?
Someone. And he needs your help to find them. I beg you, cancel this interview. Are you scared, Mr. DeVille?
No.
You should be.
Raymond, conference room, pre-show meeting.
I hate to rush off, but I have to get ready for today's show.
I understand.
How long are you in Miami?
At least until after the interview on Friday.
You're welcome to sit in on the show.
Oh no. I don't think so. I have no desire to come face to face with Simon as a free man.
Simon Morrison was 16 when he brutally murdered his father, mother, and 11-year-old brother 31 years ago. He has remained silent about the murders during his 30-year imprisonment. He has been the subject of much curiosity. He is now a free man, and Friday, for the first time, he will talk about that night and the murders he committed during an exclusive live interview right here on the Raymond DeVille Show. Don't want to miss it.
Raymond, Brooke, clock's ticking.
I see we didn't have any problems filling seats today.
There were so many requests for tickets, we had to set up a line. Your audience is
Good afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Raymond DeVille Show. I'm Raymond, and I am happy that you decide to spend your afternoon here with us. In a few moments, the show will go live with Simon Morrison. I see I'm not the only one who's a little scared of this guy, but seriously, it is going to be a great show, and I thank you again for being a part of the best studio audience in television. Damn, I wish Brooke were here.
Where is she?
At the gallery. Mom's got to her. They think we're playing with the devil.
Oh, well, the devil has brought us a primetime-sized audience. Do I need to draw some excitement on your face to match this occasion?
Camille's not on board. My mom is terrified. Do you have any idea what this week's been like?
Yes. You've been a guest on 12 different shows. You can thank me later.
Why did he choose my show?
What?
That's the question I was asked on every one of those shows, and I couldn't answer it. How'd you do it, Brooke? Huh? How did you
I asked him.
That's all.
I'm as surprised as you.
Dr. Walker
That's
thinks.
the one.
Yes. She thinks Simon is trying to find someone and that I can help him do it.
Dr. Walker said that?
Mm-hmm. And it's got me to wondering, why is Simon doing this?
Well, in a few minutes, you can ask him.
Where is he now?
Backstage with Max and Joel.
Has he?
He has been through security 3 times already. There is an armed guard on stage and 2 more backstage.
I'll be glad when this is over.
Raymond, I need you on stage.
That's a set of words that's got you, so I hope you're ready. I hate to say it all.
On your marks, folks.
What made you change your mind? Rain made me. He does.
Word we're live from Magic City in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
For 30 years, the world has wondered why 16-year-old Simon Morrison picked up a knife and murdered his mother, father, and 11-year-old brother. Simon has never spoken a word about that night, not to his lawyers during his trial or to anyone else during the 30 years he was incarcerated. Morrison is now a free man, and today he's finally ready to answer questions about that tragic night. I must warn you. Today's show contains content that is graphic, disturbing, and violent. Let's get started. Here's Simon Morrison. Hi, I'm Raymond DeVille.
Raymond?
Please, have a seat. Thank you for coming to the show.
I'm surprised you asked. I'm really surprised.
Why surprise? For 30 years, a who's who of media personality and programs have sought to interview you.
I didn't have anything to say.
Why now?
Because you asked.
Let me start by asking, when were you released?
A week ago yesterday.
After 30 years in prison, you're a free man. How are you adjusting?
I'm here, talking to you.
I'll cut to the chase. We've read the books, seen the shows and the documentaries about the night your family died, but what we haven't...
Didn't die. I killed him. Oh, Raymond. Did you think I'd be remorseful?
Are you remorseful?
No,
Were your parents abusive?
never. My mother was kind. My father was stern. Never abusive.
And your childhood?
We lived a quiet life. My father inherited the orange grove. That's how they scraped out a living. Every year, my brother and I worked the road. My mother homeschooled.
What about your community, neighbors, kids your age to play with?
Our closest neighbor lived 2 miles away. We had each other to play with. Our mother was determined to prepare us for college so that we could live a life outside of the grove and never come back.
What went wrong?
The war started coming.
The war.
I saw it every night over a year. Came through the grove.
Wolf. You're talking about a metaphorical wolf, right?
Wait, and when the lights were out and the house was dark, it'd wake me up and tell me to do bad
What kind of bad things will he tell you to do? Simon, are you okay? Simon, are you all right?
Where was I?
You were telling us about your nightmares.
I never called them nightmares. Nightmares were scary. I was never scared. I welcomed his visits. He was my friend. Do you have nightmares? Let me see. What type of boogeyman scares a boy like you?
Let's get back to the interview.
When you're asleep, that's when he visits.
You are live on national television.
When it's late, when it's still,
But Simon,
so quiet that you dream in silence. That's when he comes visiting. That's when he stands there watching and waiting.
what is he waiting for?
The right time.
Who is he?
Go beyond.
Raymond, take us out. Raymond!
I'm talking to Simon Morrison, who 31 years ago became one of America's most infamous killers. I'll continue my conversation with Morrison when we return. Be back in a moment.
And we're out.
Fine.
That was not fine. You are supposed to interview him, not the other way around.
down. He killed his family and is sitting in front of me like he knows me. Something's going on, Brooke. What haven't you told me?
Raymond, Brooke, what do you do? Clock ticking.
And what good is that fucking security guard? He's just standing there.
He is a free man, Raymond. You can't just go around handcuffing people without cause.
You're right. He thinks he knows me.
What are you talking about? How can he know me?
On your marks.
No, I'm not doing this.
Just get through this next segment and I'll explain everything.
He is not okay.
He's absolutely fine.
We're live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're live.
I'm talking to Simon Morrison, the subject of 5 books, including the bestseller, The Heart That Murdered. For 30 years, Simon has kept silent about the night he murdered his family. Today, he's finally talking about it for the first time. Simon, before we went to break, you were talking about
Faith.
Faith.
I thought I'd never find you. And now I'm sitting
You were looking for me?
so we can talk about that night.
Why me?
You need to know.
What did I need to know?
When I tell you, you will understand. Are you ready to open your eyes?
What are you doing?
I want to tell you.
Everyone watching wants to know.
Only you. I can hear your nightmare. Come closer. Closer.
Liar!
You believe?
Raymond!
Tell him!
No! Liar!
You believe? Tell him!
Liar!
Okay, it's okay. He's gone.
I just want to tell them we have a contingency plan. After the commercial break, play the interview with the guy who wrote the book. And keep them, just keep them watching. I need you to fill this space. I need drugs, Viagra, fast food. I don't give a damn. Keep them watching. You good?
Alfonso, if you're around, I need to share a fucking piece on you. Oh, I can't kill it.
And we're up, guys.
That light's coming up. Are you ready?
Ready?
Joel says your phone is ringing off the hook.
Shortly.
She says she'll have something for them shortly. They're insisting on talking to Raymond now.
They get me in an
Do
hour.
you think I knew he was going to do that? I keep saying that.
Don't let the staff see you like this. Okay, I need you to guards at all the studio entrances. Make sure this area stays off limits to everyone. Call me on my cell phone if you need me.
Oh, how did he know?
No way.
This isn't happening.
Tell me what you did, baby. Let's try to figure this out together, okay?
Brooke, we're live we're live with the author interview, but syndicate is on the phone. I mean, this call transferred to your studio office, I guess.
I need you, baby.
I got him.
I need my phone.
Who are you calling?
I need you to make a reservation for my mom for the first flight leaving from West Palm to Detroit. Mom, calm down. I'm okay. What he said wasn't important. Now listen, I need you to go upstairs and pack a suitcase. You're going to visit your sister in Southfield. Yes, you are. Now go upstairs and pack. I'm sending a car for you, so hurry. I'll meet you when I can. Now, Mom, go upstairs and pack. Call me when you're done, okay? I love you too. Bye. I need you to make the reservation for my mom and then arrange for a driver to pick her up. Dr. Walker. Bring her in! West Palm Beach is an hour's drive, so Mom will get there by 7. Look for flights leaving after 8 o'clock.
Okay, there's an 8:25 with a 45-minute layover in Atlanta.
Do it.
The show is phenomenal. I mean, straight killer.
I saw the show.
You're sounding more and more like a fan every day, Dr. Walker.
The man you just interviewed is not the Simon Morrison I counseled for the last 20 years. The Simon I knew was docile, unassertive, nothing like the man that
I don't want to talk about that monster anymore.
Do you have nightmares?
I'm not crazy. I'm not a killer. You're not going to analyze me.
Raymond, wait, maybe she can help.
I don't need help!
Mr. DeVille, Raymond was not familiar with your show before it aired, or before he was released from prison. It didn't air on any of the channels at the prison. On a rare occasion he did watch TV, it was old westerns and Wheel of Fortune. When he came to Miami after he was released, I was puzzled. The next day, he agreed to be on your show.
That's because Brooke requested an interview.
I know. She approached me first. I referred her to Simon's attorney. He handled all interview requests. And for 30 years, all of those requests were denied. Simon came here for you, Mr. DeVille.
What does he want with Raymond?
I never thought I'd find you. That's what he said to you. That means he's been looking for you. The question is why?
So the wolf started coming. Do you have any idea what that means?
The malevolent persona, yes, the dual personality. The malevolent persona that took him over the night that he killed his family. I believe that's who appeared on your show today, Mr. DeVille, the wolf. And he's looking and has found you.
We did it! The show nearly doubled its previous viewership record! Raymond! We're the hottest story on social media. I told you. Sorry. You didn't tell me Dr. Walker was here.
Brooke, what haven't you told us?
Camille, don't.
Camille, don't. No, you deserve to know the truth.
I needed more time. Raymond, when I found out, I wanted to tell you.
When you found out what, Brooke?
Raymond's dad was the policeman. He arrested Simon the night he killed his family.
My parents never lived in Lake Wales.
From the beginning, Brooke, now
Getting Simon on the show would be a major coup. We needed something to make our request stand out from all the rest. I found a newspaper photo of the first officer on the scene that night. The arresting officer's name was Vernon Clark. The last name was different, but it was definitely your father, Vernon DeVille, in the photo.
And you told Simon this?
I made a deal with Simon's attorney. If I could just get him to see our request and a photo of Officer Clark and include a photo of Raymond and Mr. DeVille taken a few years ago, then maybe we...
Oh, Raymond, wait.
What were you thinking? If Raymond knew about the connection between Simon and his father, there's no way he would have had him on the show.
And he would have been right. Like, did you even think about the danger you just put Raymond in? He was face to face with a killer that his dad arrested. God, that's why his mother was so against it.
And you knew Simon's attorney didn't think he was a danger to anyone. Thought it might help usher him back into society.
Well, what I saw on the show today, he's just as dangerous now as the night he killed his family.
Brooke, the security team is with Raymond, but they need you.
Oh, right, but Raymond is the trigger. He's the son of the first officer on the scene that night. Simon's wolf persona was dormant for 30 years until he saw those photos. Raymond is the trigger. Simon came here looking for Raymond's father. His father's dead. When I saw what was happening on the show today, I rushed right over here. The guard escorting Simon walked right past me, and there he was, Simon Morrison, staring straight at me.
Be careful.
I would advise you to do the same.
Distress. She fears that the newly released killer, Simon Morrison, may have kidnapped her beloved critter as an emotional support animal to help him adjust to life outside of prison. Mr. Morrison was not available for comment. Whiskers is described as being 1.5 feet long with orange and white striped fur, green eyes, and whiskers. If you have information on his whereabouts, please contact the Betty White Foundation for Missing Pets and Morrison Fields. This has been a public service announcement. It's feeding time. Do you know where your pets are?
Brooke!
Hold on, Max.
This could use a little something.
You could use a lot of something. That was the syndicate. Today's rebroadcast about Carson Hayward drew twice the audience of the original broadcast.
Carson, the truck driver with wives in 3 states?
Yes, can you believe it? Twice the audience.
It's the Simon Morrison effect.
What do you mean?
Okay, so a couple of friends of mine who don't watch the show because they're working all the time. I mean, one works in construction, the other one, she paints signs for
Can we
homeless.
land this plane, please?
Anyway, they saw Simon and Raymond all over social media, and guess what they did? They spent the entire weekend watching all of our old shows online.
We need to retain a large portion of Friday's audience. From there, we entered our 3rd season in the daytime top 10. The set needs to reflect that status.
Yeah. Bigger, brighter, a little hipper.
Not too bright, not too hip. Well, you know how Raymond feels about keeping things on the bland and simple side. Hey, just look at this den furniture. if it were up to me, we'd have a pastel chair and a love seat with so many pillows on it, step ladder to climb up and sit down. Set a meeting with the design team for Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's brainstorm concepts while we have some downtime.
Okay, you know when we'll be back on air with these shows?
I can't say. Raymond isn't talking to me.
Have you tried Camille?
She's ignoring me.
I hope he's okay.
I will be. Raymond, we were just.
Where's your security team?
I gave them the day off.
They're trying to reach you.
I'm going back on air tomorrow. Tomorrow, I need to get back to work.
We scheduled rebroadcasts all week.
Take a few more days.
Tomorrow!
Max, will you give us a moment?
I know what you're going to say.
I don't know what Simon said to you, and I'm sure it was devastating.
Why haven't you asked me?
I don't need to. I'm the one who showed him the newspaper clipping of your dad. I can imagine what he said, and I'm sorry, Raymond, for all of it.
Have you been on social media?
I'm sorry, what?
That was a stupid question.
I was just
Do you
checking.
browse social media in your sleep?
Okay, I'll put it away.
Have you seen the Raymond Simon jokes, the memes?
Well,
David Letterman came out of retirement to post the top 10 things Simon could have said to spook Raymond DeVille. And you know what number 10 was? I hate your show. I'm not sure where it was, but somewhere on the list was Simon said boo.
number 6.
Oh, okay, great. So you already know what number 1 was.
Stand still while I take this knife out of my pocket.
They're turning me into a joke. That's why I have to be back on air tomorrow.
I understand, but I still think you are moving too fast. The Simon show was Friday. This is Monday. You're not giving yourself time enough to process what happened. Have you talked to Camille?
I didn't want to talk to her until I was certain we could pull this off.
What about Dr. Walker?
I called her a few times, no answer. Look, I need to do this, Brooke. I need your help.
Already helped enough. I should have been more concerned about how this would affect you rather than chasing ratings. And I knew you weren't well, but I just
What do you mean
couldn't
not
help
well?
Your nightmares.
Damn it, Camille!
Don't be upset with her. Now, she is worried about you. I am too.
Why is this happening?
Well, when Camille told me about the nightmares, it was Simon's attorney had already shown him the photos. And I swear to you, Raymond, I stopped everything. I stopped pursuing him. I was sure that he would turn down our request like he did everyone else. And then he was released, and the next day my phone rang, and it was him. And I mean, who turns down the chance to interview Simon Morrison?
And what about me, Brooke? Huh? What about me?
Raymond, please.
You put me in harm's way! You made me the subject of a maniac killer!
The security team! They were supposed to protect you. I thought you were strong enough to deal with the connection between Simon and your father. I just didn't know about the nightmares, Raymond, and by the time I found out, it was too late.
I'll produce the show myself.
Raymond, stop. Max, we're back on the air tomorrow. Call the guests from the First Loves Reunited show and get them here tomorrow. No, we need to move now to get this show ready. Keep me posted. Tom, I know it's short notice, but Raymond wants to go back on the air tomorrow. You heard me. Tomorrow. Max is contacting the guests from the First Loves show. I think it's a safe bet. I'm calling the syndicate now. I'll call back to confirm. Done.
You don't think I'm ready? I needed to talk to you.
You could have called her. Or you could have called me. Or you could have waited till I gotten back from the gallery.
I know you're right. I should have waited.
Tell her.
Tell me what?
I'm going back to work.
No, you're not.
I'm going back on air tomorrow.
You promised.
That bastard is trying to take my life, Camille. I won't let him. I worked too hard for it.
Camille, I'm sorry. And for what it's worth, I'm on your side.
Then tell him no.
I'm Raymond's show producer. So I'm going to do my job and get to work putting tomorrow's show together. And as a friend, I'm going to leave you two to work this out.
She apologized.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's not enough.
She was trying to increase the show's ratings.
My grandmother used to always say, how did you think you're going to get something on your own titty?
You don't understand.
No, I know my Brooke did what she did, but not you. Baby, why are you doing this?
Because it's who I am! Talk show host Raymond DeVille, and I won't let Simon take that away from me.
So what? If it tells everybody that your dad was the officer who arrested him all those years ago, baby, people won't stop watching your show because of that.
I need to do this.
They'll see your dad as a hero.
My dad! I found it.
What?
The newspaper photo of Officer Vernon Clark, and it was him, my father.
Maybe your dad wanted to put what he saw that night behind him to forget it all.
When my dad was sick, when he was sick, he needed a kidney transplant. I didn't tell anyone, but I went and got tested to see if I could be a donor. When the test came back, I wasn't a match. And that wasn't all I found out.
Why are you telling me this?
I've been waiting for you to ask me why my father changed his last name to DeVille.
What does that have to do with anything?
Do you remember what Simon said to me when he first walked on stage?
He said you don't look like a Raymond.
For making time to be here. First, how's Raymond?
He's fine. He took some time off and he'll be back on the air live this afternoon.
I was more than a little surprised when I heard Raymond would be back on the air so soon. I mean, I saw the show scheduled for this week and you were airing reruns. Then I heard this morning that the show was going live today. What happened?
Raymond decided he was ready to go back to work.
Do you think he's ready?
Raymond's a professional. Of course he is. Raymond discovered something that he didn't know when interviewing Simon Morrison and reacted emotionally to finding out.
And what was that?
That his father was the arresting officer the night Simon Morrison murdered his family.
Raymond's father?
Yes.
Will Raymond talk about Simon Morrison on today's show?
Today's show will be a First Loves reunion show. We're going to help viewers locate and reunite with First Loves they may not have seen in years.
Interesting. But I'm sure everyone, including me, will be tuning in to find out what Simon Morrison said to Raymond last week.
I don't know when Raymond will feel like talking about Simon. I suggested that he forget about whatever Simon said.
You had a lot of investigative shows recently, like the show about the Connor family that caused a lot of buzz. Can we expect to see more of those crime-oriented shows?
That would be the logical path, but it's Raymond's decision, so we'll have to see.
You heard it right here. Raymond's back on the air today, and you can watch him at 4 here on Miami's News Leader. Thanks, Brooke. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Raymond DeVille Show. I'm Raymond DeVille, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with us today. I'm sure by now you've all seen Friday's show. No, Today's show is not about Simon Morrison. It's about reuniting first loves. Who cares what Simon said? Not I, says the talk show host. Seriously, it is going to be a great show, and I thank you again for being here. Really, thank you.
Where is Brooke? She called an hour and a half ago. She's stuck in traffic. I called her 3 times since then. No answer.
I called her twice before I came downstairs. No answer.
Do not worry. Everyone's prepped and ready to go. The guests are backstage prepped and ready to go.
I wish I could say the same about me.
Raven, we need you on stage.
Maybe Camille and Brooke are right. Maybe
Stop it. You're fine. Wait, hold on. Okay, that was Paul. Brooke just used her access card. She's in the building.
Good.
Make sure my ring is on. Hello? Hey, Camille, did you call me? Yeah, he's about to go. Hey, hold on.
I forgot something in my dressing room. I'll be right back.
Okay, right. What did you say? Wait, huh? Okay, I'll check it out now. You just get here, okay?
The Miami's news leader. Police are looking for recent or released convicted killer Simon Morrison after the bodies of 2 people were discovered in a room of a downtown Miami hotel early this morning. The victims have been identified as hotel employee Ralph Nixon and Dr. Jordan Walker from Stark, Florida. Walker was reportedly Morrison's prison psychiatrist during the last 20 years of his incarceration. We'll have the latest updates coming at the time of Miami's news feed.
Oh shit. What's wrong?
North Raven scene plays. We're live from Magic City in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
There's no feeling like the feeling of falling in love for the first time. For some, their first love becomes their forever love. For others, the relationship ends for one reason or another. Today, we are going to meet couples whose first love didn't last. Our first guest, Tammy, says she met her first love, Hank, when Hank's family moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, and he enrolled at her high school. Tammy says they became one of the school's most popular couples. However, things changed when they graduated and enrolled in colleges 300 miles apart. It didn't take long for distance to end the relationship. They've both been married and divorced. Will love strike twice?
Look out! Take another step and you're dead. Don't move! You, Mr. Director, keep the cameras on that boat there. Now get over there.
He snuck up on me in the garage.
You still on there?
Tom,
We're still live.
we are still on air, but whether we stay on is up to the networks and our syndicate.
And you better hope they keep us on. Hello, Samuel. I said, hello, Samuel.
Hey, Simon.
Miss me yet?
What do you want?
I want you to know the truth.
You don't need a gun to talk to me.
I tried talking to you to tell you the truth. You wouldn't listen.
Simon, please, don't do this, okay? What happened back then, it was tragic, but it's in the past, it's over. You're a free man, why go back there?
I need to finish what I started.
You don't need to finish anything.
Open your eyes. Tell me what you see.
I don't see anyone.
You're lying. Open your eyes and look. Ariel.
No. You didn't come here for her. You came here for me.
Raymond, don't.
You want to know about my nightmares? Let her go, and I'll tell you.
I'm not here to make a deal. Time to get rid of the bargain.
No!
Now, let me see if I can help you remember. Remember I told you the wolf started coming, right?
Yes.
How he'd wake me up at night?
Yes.
How he'd tell me to do bad things?
Why did you listen to him? Your parents, your brother, they were kind people.
My brother looked up to me. Sonny wanted to be just like his big brother.
So why kill him?
The war! I tried to ignore him, but it became harder and harder to ignore myself. I'd get up in the morning, go to the kitchen and get a knife, and I'd go bedroom to bedroom, standing there, waiting for the right time.
That's what you wanted, right? To tell me?
The night you want to know about? I tiptoed to Sonny's room. He woke up. He saw me standing over him with a knife. He hollered, woke up Mom and Dad. That's when I knew it was time. So I killed him. And when Mom and Dad come running in the room, I slit their throats. He told me to do it, and I did it. Now, open your eyes and tell me what you see.
I don't know.
Do you see a monster?
Simon, please.
Tell me!
Don't do this.
I know. I know who he sees.
Camille?
Simon, I'm Camille. I'm Raymond's fiance. I'll tell you what he wants if you let me come down.
No, Camille.
You're a coward. 30 years, nothing's changed. Step down so I can kill you too.
Camille, stay where you are. You hear me? Don't.
Is he all right?
Please. I'm the one you want. Let her go.
Free will. She'll tell us what you want.
I'm not who you think I am.
Oh, yes, you are. I knew it as soon as I saw that picture of you. You and the man.
Raymond has all his eyes.
No. Samuel has his eyes.
Okay. Samuel has his father's eyes. Samuel was in the house with you that night, wasn't he, Simon?
Sleeping in the crib. In the room with Sonny.
There were 3 officers on duty that night, right? 2 responded to a burglary downtown, and another officer, Officer Brennan Clark, he responded to a call at a farm near the county line. That was your house, wasn't it, Simon?
My mom called 911.
Officer Clark rushed in, right?
I put the cover from over Samuel's head.
Officer Clark arrested you. And he put you in a patrol car. He called his wife to come get Samuel and take him home with her.
Samuel wouldn't open his eyes.
Shut up!
They conspired with the county judge to keep Samuel's name out of the official records, right? They wanted to protect him, an innocent child, just 3 years old, your baby brother.
Then shut up!
Raymond, I'm disappointed. I thought you loved her.
Samuel! My name is Samuel.
Samuel.
Yes, I'm Samuel. I'm your brother.
Raymond!
My name is Samuel. I'm Samuel. I'm Samuel. My name is Samuel. I know.
All right, guys. Curtain call is as follows. Yeah.
Get your ass on.
Curtain call is Alfonso first.
Alfonso, when you get out there, call, please. Okay?
He's there. All right. And Alfonso, I need you to go stage left over here, please. Our next one is Champion. A little bit closer up, Alfonso. And Champion, I want you to go opposite of Alfonso over here, correct? And then next we've got Jamia. If you make your move move closer to Alfonso. Next, we got Carol. And you make your move over towards Sheriff. And then we got D. And then you make your move closer to where Julian is. And then we've got both of the brothers coming from opposite sides of the entrance. There we go. And so everybody together collectively, Demaria, will you lead the bow? And then one more, please. And you exit the way you came in, please. Thank you, guys. All right,